Solana, right? The 4 hour, and since then, it's moved 28% in 8 days. Not too shabby, right? Of course, there's things that are moving a lot faster than that. For example, a token that we talked about in the beginning of the year, in January, as potentially the next Shiba Inu, right? Seeing it's touching in, I want to stop for a second. I just want to watch what's happening. We can watch together, right? So we'll watch together and I'll talk about it hit the resistance and pull back. Okay, so what we talked about earlier this January, we'll talk about that. We'll take a look what's happening. It was Bonk. So Bonk was a Solana token that was kind of a play on Shiba Inu, play on Dogecoin, but just unlike Shiba Inu, which is riding on the Ethereum network, the Bonk was on, I just love saying Bonk, by the way, was on Solana, right? And it skyrocketed, went up significantly, and you can see it happening here. It's kind of hard to see, but it went up a significant amount back in the day in January 2023, and then it started falling, went into obscurity, and then suddenly, since October, it started to rise, slowly but surely, but off the radar a little bit, and hit back to all-time highs. Now it's creating all-time highs again. You can see it's up just in the last 30 days, but even more than that, it's up a significant amount, 963%. Wow, Shiba Inu ripping through the resistance levels, guys. We'll get to that in just a second. I'll come back to it, don't worry. By the time you're watching this, of course, it could be a little different scenario. But, interesting scenario here with Bonk. It's up from the low to the high. 6,038%. Right? So there's always opportunity in the market. Now, do I know if Bond will continue to rise? It's already at a pretty large market cap for what it is. I think it's a $500 million market cap. Put this on your radar, check it out, see if it's something that interests you. It could be an interesting swing play. It could be an interesting short play. Again, it's all up to you to decide where it's going to go and potentially what could happen there. So, trade responsibly. There's a lot of gaming tokens that are micro cap that I'm looking at that I'm not putting out there. Because it feels like me, if I put it out there and it's so small that we could move some of this as a community, and I don't want that to happen. I know that other people do that. It just feels wrong. This is a 500 million market cap, so it's okay if I mention it, right? So be interesting to see where Shiba Inu goes. It's continuing to pump here while we speak, breaking through resistance already at 1062. Dogecoin is not joining the party. And so it broke through resistance level, and now we'll see, can it get to the 1100 area? That's the next resistance. It probably, usually what happens is it falls to support, but I don't know. It's with the great momentum here. Volume is entering. Was there another alert maybe? Let's I don't know. We can actually check that on burn tracker. So no big bird, maybe that it was a big bird or something that created momentum. Suddenly you can see it's testing the support level. So it's and it broke through it. It's interesting. This is how momentum goes. You have a momentum to the outside, then it tests. Right? Let's see this. This is a great learning opportunity when you have something like this happening live, right? It broke through. Right? This is what's called a fake out. It tested it again as support, right? It slices through it. Sometimes this happens because when you have the momentum like this, the buy and sell orders are all out of whack. So you're going to have some sell orders that suddenly come at 1038 instead of 1046. You'll have this slippage, right? This is why day trading is so difficult and so, hard, because you have situations like this. And now you say, I'm going to short, right? I'm going to short. And then they come back, right? You don't know exactly what's going to happen. You're looking is, it tried to break out and the momentum wasn't there, so now it's coming back on the support. And you say, okay, I'm going to short here, right, which could be a potential opportunity. And then it suddenly flips on you, right? So you got to be very, very careful with day trading if you do decide, right? The market is heating up, even though, which something weird that happened, the greed actually went down. So even though Bitcoin went to 44,000, I thought that it would go, the greed would suddenly go up significantly, and it didn't happen. So that was really weird. So, interestingly, so we'll see and continue to track what's happening in the crypto markets. This video went a little bit longer than I expected just because of the momentum that we were seeing live here. So very interesting what's happening with Shiba Inu, and we'll see where it can land in the next few days. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Check out the links in the description down below. Ring the bell, subscribe to the channel for more crypto updates. Like I always say, let's make a lot of money.
There's enough young for everyone. Making tacos full of fresh, clean ingredients. We've got the worst open. So grab your buds. Let's create the
HR shouldn't be hard. It should be hard to hire the best people or get them paid. Or enable them to work how they want to work. And with Paychecks, it's not. Our integrated HR technology gets you up and running fast. So you can start simplifying and automating everything from recruiting to payroll, benefits to insurance, all while keeping your team connected, productive, and safe. It shouldn't be hard to switch to a better HR solution. And now, it's not. Paychecks makes it simple.
If you want something, you have to work for it. And most people that think that the world is based off of luck have never truly worked for something. I call it a game of possibilities. The more you try something, the more refined you become. And the more refined you become, the better you become. Everybody eventually will capitulate into crypto because it is an asset class that will exist. And you go into a digital world, you need digital money. So from a logical standpoint, it makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lotgenoten podcast. My name is Koen. Next to me is Jaro, and in the opposite of us, we have a special guest this week. This actually tonight. Normally we do recordings during the daytime, but you just came out of a flight.
Just arrived from Albania, brother. So it's good to be here.
Man, straight to the studio.
From one studio to the other, brother.
Yeah, great to have you here, man.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Welcome. How was your day today?
It was good. Last night I sat down with the former governor of the Central Bank of Albania. Talked about monetary policy, Bitcoin, crypto, central bank digital currencies, and of course, as you guys know, I'm here in Amsterdam now. Going to sit down with a couple entrepreneurs, and the opportunity arose to sit down with you gentlemen. I was like, let's talk money. So, from Albania to Amsterdam, 4 hours.
Great. We love to talk about money. We talk a lot about money, and I know that you know a lot of things. You have been doing a lot of things. You have been in the e-com space. You have been in the crypto space. You are the owner of Capital Club, a networking space, doing a lot of stuff. But for the people that don't know you yet, the Dutch people that are listening right now, maybe some other people from countries, who is Luke Belmar?
Well, Luke Belmar is an immigrant from Argentina. Went to the United States at the age of 16 with $200 in a suitcase. With a lot of ambitions, a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, but with a very clear purpose, a very clear mission to make it out. Right? To make it out of this thing that we call the system. And as I drive through Amsterdam, it's very prevalent, how people live, how people move. And I always did believe down that wasn't what I wanted for my life. I come from a small town, outskirts of Buenos Aires. I don't know how much Dutch people like Argentines, since we keep screwing you guys ask. But it's good.
Our gig is fun.
$200 in a suitcase, pressure washing basketball courts. So it's flipping weeks at a couple of holidays, sneaking in my car for months. Eventually getting exposed to Bitcoin in 2015 for the first time. And then when I have to tell this story, I was exposed to information, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily act on that information. I remember watching a documentary on Netflix, I forget exactly the name, I think it's called Banking on Bitcoin. And the gentleman, they would actually go out on the streets and they would direct you and tell people, hey, do you have a Bitcoin or will you take this $5 bill? And everybody was like, well, I'll take the $5 bill because I can see it and I can touch it. So a lot of people were exposed to the opportunity, but not everybody capitalized on the opportunity. I remember being in a situation whereby in the United States, I don't know how it works in the Netherlands, but if you get tables or if you work in a restaurant, you get cash tips. In the United States, it's a tip system. But every day, the restaurant gives you those tips. That is your payday, basically. So I would get that cash tip. I would drive to the ATM and I would deposit that money. I had a 1998 Buick. It was an old Buick. It was like a mafia car. I fucking love that car. I crashed it, but eventually I had to upgrade. But it was a nice vehicle, nonetheless. I remember depositing the money. It was a Wells Fargo bank account. And since it's a cash deposit, you see the money instantly displayed in your bank account. So I would instantly get on my computer and I would go to an exchange called Bitstamp. And Bitstamp was an OG exchange, it doesn't have a lot of liquidity or popularity right now, but back in the day you could use your debit card to actually purchase Bitcoin on that exchange. So I would every single day use 50% of my money that I would make that day to buy Bitcoin at that time. New challenger. A couple $100, $500, $600. This is the end of 2015, 2016, so pre the bull run of 2017. 2016, I got exposed to get ready for the next battle. Buddies, the internet, which it was pre-popularity, if you may call it. It was pre-guru season. All YouTube, all over dropshipping. Correct. So there wasn't a lot of information. There wasn't a lot of infrastructure. People on that side will be like, well, you got lucky about that as well. You got access to e-commerce when it was fairly easy. And once again, what I say to that is, just because it was accessible, it doesn't mean it was easy. Why? Because the infrastructure wasn't set in place where it's set for easy to access. Payment processing, they screwed any sort of e-commerce or dropshipping because it was seen as high risk. So there was a lot of uphill battles. But there are different uphill battles. Today, the uphill battles are you have, your advertisers like your advertising platforms like Meta or Snapchat. They don't like dropshippers because they have a bad reputation. They're high risk. So you get a lot of bans on that side. You still have issues with payment processing. And then you have competition when it comes to the barrier of entry, because the barrier of entry is quite easy. All you have to do is open up a service Shopify. Back in the day, Shopify didn't have all those crazy buttons. I remember the app store was very new on Shopify. And I remember I would the basics of coding. The size of my checkout button, the color of my checkout button. I rode the wave of round 3 in 2017 up and down. I rode it down. I didn't make it to the money because I didn't understand how it was. I did 140x, 160x, I forget. But I lost them. I lost them. And a very simple number to evaluate whether that's true or not. I wrote that entire thing in like 2 to 3 weeks. I think went from like a penny to like 30 cents or something like that. And then it went from 13 cents all the way to $3 or 50 cents. So I wrote all those tokens and went over buying Bitcoin again. So I think I was 2 years of buying Bitcoin for $4,000, and then a couple weeks later I was 15. So it was a great season. But the issue was I didn't understand market cycles. I was left holding back because I wasn't back in the day, it wasn't diamond hands like in 2020 diamond hands. It was the hold, right? Hold on for dear life. And I held on for dear life and I got caught. So I sat down it played out why. Because moves from different markets at different times, and Bitcoin has the cycles. After Bitcoin halving, 1.5 years later, the market tends to have a really good season. So I was looking for that happen again, and it didn't. Not this time. In 2020, I'm doing $16 million in e-commerce, doing quite well there. That's the time I saved up. I put all of my money in crypto, except $10,000. Now my entire business right now, it's not that I was connecting with people. I was in the DeFi boom of 2019, so I saw Uniswap do extremely well. I was like, there's something interesting.